Let's see if things are actually working. Hello. People, people, people. Hi. Hello, guys. How you doing? How's it going? Lots of hellos, lots of highs. Hello. No, you're not late, Victory Screech. I'm actually starting just a tad early because I was ready early and I'm impatient. Hello. Hold on, I'm listening to audio and stuff to make sure it's correct. Okay, so alright, it's working. That's good. Okay. So it should be working, I believe. Oh, I'm getting tangled in wires. It's fine. Okay. Okay, so I have your guys' chat and then I have the YouTube people on my phone, so I can keep track of both of you. This is good. Is it glitching? That's unfortunate. Okay, ooh, lots of spamming of stickers and stuff and things. I'm watching Miraculous right now. I feel that. I feel that. Okay, it's working then. Hi guys, how you doing? We're starting a bit early. I know, like half an hour early, it's a big deal. Cause why not? You know, more streaming time is always a good thing, right? I like to think so. What's my shirt? It's just a t-shirt. There's like nothing special about it. It's blue. It makes me happy. Ooh, this is a good question. The Gravity Pony on you now says, what's a cosplay you like to dress up as, but is very hard to take off? Ooh. I have to say Chat Noir, probably. Because getting him on isn't like really difficult. It takes a little bit of time, but once he's on, like, I usually just like don't use bathrooms all day whenever I'm dressed as Chat Noir because it just doesn't work. I have to like unclick the armor pieces off. I have to unzip and like crawl out of everything. The mask gets like stuck to my face, and then all of the like really black cream makeup around my eyes I have to like wipe off, and it takes literally forever. It's difficult. Yeah, Chat Noir is a tricky one. Hello! Pixie from Idiots in Wigs is here on YouTube. Hello! Hello, friend pie. How you doing? Isabel on YouTube. Yes, I do plan to come to KomoriCon. I don't know what cosplays I'm going to be doing there yet. I haven't figured out my lineup because I'm still working on panel stuff. Yeah. Does Chat Noir's bell ever annoy you? Not particularly. So, the bell that I use for him originally was incredibly loud and very clangy. It sounded more like a cowbell than anything else. But I actually used pliers to open up the bell and take out the balls inside, and then I took some string, attached it to a little tiny bell of the collar of a cat collar, and then I glued it to the inside of the bell and then bent it back into place so that now when it rings, it's a much daintier sound, so it's not quite as obnoxious. Da, 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 da. I have never been to Animazement, so I don't have plans to go at the moment. But ideally, you know, I would of course go if Animazement invited me. Let's see. Oh, you. Recommendations where you should buy contacts. So, contact lenses, I used to buy them from Pinky Paradise. Can't do anymore because they don't ship to the United States anymore. They used to. They don't anymore. But most of the time after that, I got my lenses from a place called Unique So, and they're really good. They have a very good selection, much like Pinky Paradise, but you can get them to ship to the US and everything. I've never had any problems with them. I've recently started getting a few lenses from a website called TTDI, and I did a review. Sorry, itchy nose. I did a review for lenses of theirs on my Instagram, and they were actually very good, and I was pretty impressed by them because they actually show up on my incredibly dark brown eyes, which is rare. So I would probably, I mean, you can always try theirs. Their lenses aren't necessarily as ratio-wise, not as many of their lenses out of selection are as bright, vivid, costumey, as cosmetic as some of their other lenses, but they would certainly be a place to check. Kari Replay, which gender do you dress as more often, masculine or feminine? I don't know. Lately, I've been sort of kind of in the middle, more on the masculine side, just because it's easier. Because dressing more feminine is honestly a lot more work. And sometimes the clothes aren't even as comfortable, and it's kind of annoying. And masculine attire is really comfy. You have like big pockets you can actually store things in. It's pretty great, not gonna lie. The YouTube side of the stream for me is slightly lagging, so I'm working on trying to get to comments on that side. Aw, thank you, Pidge is love. And same, Pidge is love and life. Big pockets are the best. Why are jean pockets so small? Rip. So, my personal theory is that it's all part of the, the sexist, whole agenda of if you make pockets for women's jeans really tiny, it means that you have to buy handbags. That's probably what it is. Okay. Right? Isn't short hair so much easier to deal with? Ooh, me too. I hate it when the front pockets are fake. That's really true. How tall are you? I am generally defined as 5 feet and inches tall, but it kind of changes every time I get measured, so nobody's ever really sure. Do you prefer sweet or sour candy? Probably sweet, slightly. I can eat sour things, just not overwhelmingly sour, please. No, meta trash. I am not sick. It might be a small case of the seasonal allergies, because my nose is, like, kind of runny, but that's about it. Do you have any recommendations on where to get a binder from? So, I would say I haven't actually had a lot of experience with binders. That's kind of a new, more recent thing for me. My most recent one I got from GC2B. They have very good binders that are very effective, quite comfortable, as long as you make sure to follow their size chart, like you should with all binder companies, because if you don't, then you can end up hurting yourself. What does it mean to get invited to a con? That's actually an excellent question and leads me to a very convenient segue. So, to be invited to a con is... So, like, if you go to the convention's web, follow them on social media, oftentimes they will announce special guests, which can be voice actors that you might know and love from the shows that you watch. It might be fashion designers from Japan, it might be industry professionals from the different companies that broadcast anime and things like that. And those are special guests that have been invited to those cons. To be invited to a con basically means that they pay for your flight or your travel to get to the con. They pay for your badge, they give you a hotel stay, and in return, you being there as a guest gathers more attendees to you because of what your name or brand does for their audience in terms of marketing and publicity. A trade-off to basically get more people to the con and to buy more badges to help pay for them to pay for you to go to the con. So, because I am actually a Norson and a college student with not actually unlimited money, I can't just travel around the country or travel around the world to any convention that I please as much as I would like to. So that convention invited me as a special cosplay guest, then it would be much more plausible that I would be able to go to those cons. So if you ever message me saying, would you come to blank con near me? My answer is always going to be yes if I could. What I always tell people is don't come to me with those things. What you have to do, if you want me at a particular convention, what you have to do is email that convention or get into contact with them and send them a message saying, hey, I would really like it if Uptown Cosplay was at your con, and I think people would like it if they were there. That way the convention gets tipped off that, like, hey, maybe I should check out this person, because if enough people want to see them, it might draw more people to my con, and, like, that's basically the lowdown of how that works. So, don't ask me if I could go to a con, because I would. It's the con that has to get me there. Hi, idiots in wigs. Pixie, hello. You are here now on You Now. Hello. Hello, hello. I have a mighty need to hug your face. Thank you. I would love a face hug right now. I can't really give anime recommendations because I don't know what genres you're into. Would you ever make a video about putting on a costume and getting into character for your cosplays? I don't know what kind of video that would make, but I will give you guys a bit of a spoiler for the future in that I'm going to be hosting some different kinds of panels in the future, and one big rig gotten a lot of times is to host a panel about getting into character and how I do it, or my advice on it. And so I do plan to do that at some upcoming conventions, to host a panel basically talking about the different things you have to take into consideration on to do a character justice. So we shall see. I don't have much of an opinion on BTS because I just haven't listened to their stuff a whole lot yet. I've listened to their songs though, and they've been good. I just haven't gotten super into them yet. Card Relay is the Uptown merchandise coming on. I have made, my logo's been finalized. I've sent them banners that I've made in Photoshop. I sent them mock-ups for potential like designs to put on things. So I'm working with designers for the company that I'm working with right now, and he's going to get back to me with the stuff that he and his design. As soon as that merchandise store launches, I will be sure to make a video announcing that for you guys. I did hear about what happened at the Ariana Grande concert in Manchester. I don't know who hates Ariana Grande that much, but it kind of sheds a more flakes of my faith in unity. My prayers go out to everybody there, but I don't understand why people do these things. I really don't. I love when drama and cosplay come together. A panel surrounding getting into character and improv would be so cool. Thank you! I like to think so. Come up with a huge outline of all these notes and talk about. I have decided I want to make an hour, like a 2-hour long panel or something. Just talk to people about how to do character research and do their homework, what things to keep in mind, what things not to do, exercises you can do to help yourself practice, and things like that. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my Chat Noir cosplay. That one's definitely one of my favorites. That is true. People are so mean these days. That is very, very true. Does Chat Noir's suit make you sweat? Only if it's actually really warm in the room. Because of the fabric that I used for his suit, I used performance fabric, where Chat Noir cosplayers will use stretch, like PVC leather or something like that. I chose to use performance fabric, which is the really stretchy stuff you use for dance costumes, because I knew I was going to be active and doing like flexible dance stunts and everything while I was cosplay, so I wanted to make sure it would move with me. And the plus side to using fabric made for dance costumes is that it meant to breathe a bit better for when you're sweating on stage in performances, so it's actually fairly comfortable. I love drama, TH. Me too. How your family reaction when you said that you're bisexual? Not going to talk about the syntax in that, but I'm actually not bisexual. If I have to use a label, I usually identify as pansexual, which is bisexual and a step beyond. My family's reaction to it was very anticlimactic and underwhelming because it was a very anticlimactic conversation and came out kind of by accident. And they're generally very open-minded and accepting people, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. When will you do another Uptown Cloud video? It's in the process. I actually have a couple of them that at least feature Keon Cloud and myself both that I'm editing at the moment. I just haven't gotten them quite ready to upload yet. But they are happening. But a serious Uptown Cloud video, we have our second Yuri on Ice CMV planned to film sometime during the summer, which is coming up around the corner. And we do still want to film that 2.5 hour long story version explanation of how we actually got together in a relationship. We'll get to that eventually. Hello to you in Brazil. When should you tell a crush you like them? When it feels right. Probably not in front of a bunch of people, because that might make it uncomfortable for you and the other person. You might want to like pull them aside, find a moment when you can talk to them more alone, and then just tell them right out. No jumping around the bush, just straight to the point. When is your birthday? My birthday is on July 20th. I am a summer child. Hello! Ooh, I can't pronounce your username. OAMSUW_44714. Hi. Yes, I am a YouTuber. I have a channel. Uptown Cosplay. You can find it pretty easily. I'm actually simulcasting on there as well. Yeah, this is my live stream sort of celebrating my channel passing 100k subscribers. It's now like 123,000 or something. I don't know. Yes, I'm a YouTuber. I do cosplay things. I cannot do something in German. I know absolutely like nothing in German, unfortunately. I have heard that there is the Yuri on Ice movie happening. I don't understand why all these people are going so fast with doing all these. Miraculous Ladybug has dug themselves into a hole because they keep promising all these projects and then they can't with themselves. For Yuri to be promising a movie when they haven't even released season 2, I think is a little ambitious. So actually careful with it and properly. We'll see, we won't know until we see it, I guess. You're welcome for helping you get into Tokyo. It's a good series. It's good stuff. What was your favorite? I think, whenever I think of a panel that I thought went really well, I always first think back to SakuraCon 2016? Was it 2006 or 2017? No, it wasn't 2017. 2015 or 16. I don't remember which. But I did a Soul Eater panel with my sister as myself being Krona and her being Maka, and for some reason that went really well. I think, yes, one would probably fit that. Casual look. This is me. This is me. Minimal effort. Cannot speak Spanish. You like my phone case? I got it from Amazon, buddy. Good, easy place to find mostly anything. Uptown, do you prefer to roleplay Lady Noir or Marisha? Lady Noir, definitely. I prefer that pairing over Marisha because Lady Noir, at least they have a very fun, dynamic relationship with each other, whereas Marisha, it's the least mutual out of Love Square. It's basically turned it into the ship, but there's literally no fan whatsoever in the actual series. They don't like each other yet. in that way. So role-playing Marisha kind of falls flat after a while for me because it just doesn't have the same chemistry as the other pairings. Do you like Shingeki no Kyojin? By the way, I love your vids. Thank you. I like Shingeki no Kyojin? Yes? Question mark? The show itself, relative to some other series that I have watched, is actually not super great, in my opinion. Some of the characters, while others drive me crazy. Honestly, like, making AUs out of Attack on Titan is more fun than the actual series. But I do plan to actually cosplay some version of Eren Yeager at some point, so I like it enough to cosplay him at least. Do you think Victor shaves his legs for science? Pixie, I love you. I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised simply because wearing the really tight performance fabric pants that they have to wear for figure skating would probably be much more comfortable over shaved legs. And also it's useful for injuries because I know cyclists often shave their legs because when they fall off of their bikes and like cut their legs open, it's a lot easier to deal first aid when there's not a bunch of hair in your way. How do you feel about having fans from other countries? It's very surreal. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to it. Like, it's... Thinking about it, it's just crazy to me that in Brazil, for example, because I know people from Brazil are watching this right now, people from Brazil know who I am. That's crazy. Brazil is a long way away, and that is what the internet has given us. The opportunity to have people across a planet. That's crazy to me, and I'm never gonna get used to that. It's bizarre. Pixie, why are you like this? Is live stream gonna be 6 hours like normal? I'm hoping no. 6 hours, and I'd like to actually get other things done today at some point, so I'm basically keeping an eye on my time down here, and I'm gonna see what happens. I try to make the cutoff at like 3 hours maybe. We'll see what happens though, because my plans work out because winging it is like what I do for 6 hours is my norm. Tectonic Ball, are you a good singer? That depends who you ask. If you ask me, I say that I'm not the worst, but I'm definitely the best. And if you ask people in the chat, people seem to tell me that I'm really good at it, and I don't quite believe them. Am I a lesbian? No, that is not an accurate statement on several different levels. You must be new here. I am pansexual, and I don't identify as any gender labels because labels suck. They are a construct, and therefore an illusion that is on our heads. Yep, they're the people being like, oh my... No, there are voices that make... Do you know what good singing sounds like? It's not... Yes, this live stream will be uploaded to my YouTube. It's actually streaming on YouTube right now. I'm simulcasting this, so it's on. So like, here's YouTube, and I'm streaming on YouTube at like the same time, so it's happening. Thank you, Lizzie DeWolf. You get me. Good to know, Bri. Good to know. I'm proud of you. Labels are for clothes, not people. Ooh, that's a good mantra to live by. Am I a Leo? I am not. I'm actually Cancer. Yeah. I'm actually a Cancer. Dude, if you're at 25% battery life, you gotta plug that stuff in. Plug it in, plug it in. Hi, welcome to my live stream for the first time. I hope you enjoy your stay. We are a friendly bunch here. We don't bite. Much. Oh yes, I have thought about doing a Yuri on Ice panel. Don't worry, I'm working on one right now. I just have some other details and logistics to figure out first. I can't really say if I have a favorite con or not. I don't know. Like, KomoriCon was my first con, and I've been going every single year since 2012, so like, that always has a special place in my heart. But SoccerCon, I do enjoy for the size of it. The size of the dealer's hall is just so good. And they have a lot of good photo shoot locations. What kind of music do you like? I like a little bit of everything. I am a human of variety. Victor's voice actor cosplayed as Victor for an event. I wouldn't be surprised. I love it when voice actors do that. Daniel Howell didn't do a live show, so I came here instead. I don't know if I could measure up to Dan, but, I hope you enjoy yourself here anyway. La la la. This is better than Dan, in my opinion. Thank you. The compliments are raging today. What's your opinion on Virgos? I honestly don't think much about star signs and stuff like that. I've never been super into that stuff. A bowl of cereal at 2:59 p.m. and watching Uptown. Best life ever. Go for breaks. It was good. It was good stuff. Thank you, Everlast5813. You have my back. Thanks, Bill Pal. I do like Harry Potter. I've liked Harry Potter since, like, forever. It's great. Pixie, you should absolutely cosplay Catbug, because I would probably love it much. What does PNW mean? It is an abbreviation that stands for Pacific Northwest, which is the region of the United States in which I am located. do your eyebrows yourself. They look on point. Thank you. I do them myself. It's been a long road, a process over many years to get them so sculpted. It's high maintenance, but you know, it's worth it. PNW YouTubers unite. Me too. Are you ready for Mishka Lee's Full Metal Alchemist CMV? Yes. Yes, I totally dig Mishka Lee and all of her stuff and her CMVs, and I'm so ready. You should cosplay Draco and make a Drary with your friends. So you're saying you ship it? I don't know. I haven't decided who I would cosplay from Harry Potter. I'm torn between like 5 different people, so it's fine. Ugh, my throat is like weirdly dry right now. Probably because I'm talking too much. I've watched like 3 episodes of Free and then never went back to it. Whoops. Ooh, dang. #1 on trending. Why the heck am I there? That's weird. My opinion on fidget spinners is I don't understand. I don't understand why they're like so weirdly popular right now. I don't understand what they're for. I don't get it. Things are weird. I don't know. I have been seeing the pictures of Mishka Lee and Rachel's Roy x Riza photo shoots. I'm stalking them on Instagram for a while. It's good. I always watch the Alchemic Fox's videos. You kidding? I would love to collaborate with like both of these people. What's your skincare solution? You look flawless. I'm not. So here's the thing about me. I don't break out super badly or super often, but when I do, it's always right down the middle of my face. No joke. Always without fail. I will get like little ones either right between my eyebrows, on my chin, or like right by my nose. It's like they just want to be seen. They're like so extra and attention hogging. I'm just like, could you not please? And I had like some little issues like here on like the corner of my jaw like last week, but they're gone now, so it's fine. It ain't free, like 99. Me too. Would I live stream as Tokyo Ghoul characters? Yeah, at some point probably. I do have plans to bring Tsukiyama back for a very special video that I'm in the process of planning. Bruh. Alyssa, if you have exams tomorrow, those should probably take priority over my face. This live stream is going to get uploaded to my YouTube channel anyway, so you can always go back and rewatch it. You're not going to miss anything. Go focus on your exams, please. Be a good student. Don't make me a bad influence. I like Paramore. I have a couple of their songs. I do write fanfiction. You can find my fanfictions on Archive of Our Own. My username is Uptown, and my profile picture is me in my Shen cosplay. No, I am not accepting marriage proposals, as I'm in a relationship right now, so that would be weird. The weirdest fanfiction you've read? Probably that one that I did a dramatic reading of at SakuraCon 2000, 2015. Yes, that means the Maka and Chrono one was 2016. Yes, I figured it out. That one was really freaking weird. Are you one of LBGT? Are you asking if I am supportive of the LGBTQ community? Because absolutely. That fic is the weirdest. I know, right? Me too. Do you know what panels you're doing for KomoriCon? I do not. I I had one that I actually was talking to a friend of mine about doing together with him, which will be a very sort of like educational, informative, sort of discussion based panel, which I'm excited for. I have a few that I might submit that I will be probably hosting by myself, like the how to get into character kind of thing. And then in terms of character stuff, I'm gonna see if maybe I can get my Yuri on Ice one figured out in time to submit that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Why does Chat Noir have a bell? Because he's cat themed, and it's a cute little feature of his costume. It gives Ladybug something to play with. Aw, just for you, Pixie, I'd do anything. Hey, princess. How is you and Keon? We're great. I'm actually really excited because next weekend I get to go visit them, and I'm excited to see them again. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be spending like 4 days with them, and we have lots of plans. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. My what? My friend has a kink for non-human characters like Mettaton EX or Ashura from Soul Eater. What do I do? Well, as the internet saying goes, let people enjoy things. But as if it makes you uncomfortable, then hopefully your friend is understanding and keeps that little detail mostly to themselves. And, you can agree to disagree and continue your beautiful friendship, and everything should be fine. You guys are funny. Are you an early bird or do you sleep in? I am the person who I can be an early bird easily on demand. I can sleep in if I want to, but if I need to be up early for something, it's really easy for me to train myself to do that. I'm a very versatile, adaptable creature. Oh, hi, Sly Crazy, you're here too. Hi. Pixie, you're so sweet. I hope you realize I'll end up mentioning you so much in our MCM blogs. I'm okay with that. It like cracks me up and makes me blush every time. Haha, how do I become a professional like you? You make it sound like I'm professional and that I know what I'm doing. That's hilarious. Cause I, cause I don't. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm here or why people care to watch what I do, but it's very nice of you, so thank you. Um, I know you're probably busy IRL, but could you please try to upload more often? You're my fave YouTuber. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I do actually have a normal life and like a social life and also school and like adult things and obligations that I have to do first. So fortunately, YouTube can't take first priority as much as I would love it to be able to. So I do the best that I can. I apologize that my upload schedule is so incredibly inconsistent, but I do what I can. Peter is good. Peter's fine. He's old and cranky, but also a sweet potato that likes to sit on me. He's lovely. Oh, I know. School is pain. I've never actually been to Europe, but I would very much like to go. Uptown, how do you feel about the confirmation by Tom Ostruck that Nino has a younger brother? I think it's fine. Like, we know that Alya has a bunch of siblings, and so finding out Nino has a younger brother isn't like a huge surprise. Like, it's a thing that can happen. Um, I don't know. I think it's fine. Hopefully, Nino's little brother will serve, his purpose in life. Come to New Jersey. We have cows. Uh, sure, I'd love to come see your cows. Mm-hmm. Let's see how we're doing here on the YouTube side of things. Will you come to London? Gosh, I sure diggity darn hope so. I would love to. I do like Voltron. I binged both seasons in like a week, and it was lovely. I have watched Black Butler, because I've actually cosplayed from it, little do people know. Would you cosplay a character from Voltron? Probably. I just haven't decided who yet. I'm probably going to end up cosplaying Prince Lotor from Season 3, but I need to actually watch Season 3 when it comes out and learn about him first, because I refuse to cosplay characters unless I fall in love with them. Also, I'm curious about Matt, Pidge's older brother, and we'll see what happens with him, because I'm curious. Good job, Madison Grimmer. Somebody has done their homework. I have cosplayed Aloise. Good job. The ding ding ding, correct answer. Any upcoming CMVs? Yes, Keon Cloud and I have been planning a second Yuri on Ice CMV for like the better part of like 6 months now. It'll happen. It's happening. You know you love a YouTuber when you pause a Zelda Breath of the Wild video to watch them. Whoa, the compliments though. Thank you. Have you seen... Oh, it went away. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Unfortunately, I have. I was sort of forced into it by some friends of mine, but I don't like it. It is not my cup of tea. Aww. Rogue Miku AMVs on YouTube. Thank you. That's pretty inspirational. And oh my god, it's so true though. Like, Keon and I have picked up so many phrases, words, and mannerisms from each other. It's insane. But that can happen easily, like, when you spend enough time or talk enough to anybody, whether it's a significant other or a friend or family members, you know. Thank you for complimenting my eyebrows. Have you seen Hida no Aria? I have not. I've never even heard of that. Oh my god, Pixie, calm down. Yes, I said a certain series was not my cup of tea. Oh, I want tea now. Man. I want tea. Fantoxic, hi! Oh, you're in my area this weekend. That's great, but very inconvenient because this weekend I'm actually not gonna be here. Oops. Oh no. Mm. I do have a pet. Back at my parents' house, I have my cat Peter, and I also have my outdoor cat Pepper. We had another cat, Tiger, but he died a while ago. I've had a bunch of other kinds of pets in the past, but those are my current ones. I've had cats like my whole life. Have some tea. Tea emoji. Why, thank you, Paige Finn. Thank you. Uptown merch, question mark? Yes, Kari Replay. It is in process. It's, the company that I'm working with is working on the mock-ups that I sent them with their designers, and he's gonna get back to me. Have I ever catcalled a guy before? Goodness, no. Catcalling is not an okay thing to do. It's... I mean, females get it all the time, and I don't think... Even if males don't get it nearly as often, I don't think it is really an excuse to do it. Because it's kind of creepy. Yes, merchandise is coming. It is in process. Was I nervous to cut my hair short? Yes, in that I had been thinking about cutting it short for several months, but then I couldn't figure out what style I really wanted, and I kept chickening out. But eventually I finally, like, put my foot down and I was like, I need to just cut it off. It needs to go. And then as soon as it was gone, I was like, life is complete. This is all I needed in life. How do you kiss? It's not like I have anyone to demonstrate on right now. I don't know how to tell. I don't know what to tell you, man. You kind of just have to go for it and learn as you go, honestly, because I didn't actually have my first kiss until I was 23, which is the age I am right now, because I'm a picky human being and nobody ever measured up enough to actually be a significant other until now. So you kind of just have to go for it, and then you learn as you go along. That's really... Where is the most Eastern convention you've been to? I've not been to like any sort of Eastern convention. I've literally only ever been to ones in the Pacific Northwest. That's it. I would like to expand my repertoire, but it's not going to happen for a little while. Can I run in heels? Yes, I can, and very well, if I may add. I'm excited for you, Meikei Cosplay. Cut that hair. Be happy. Be satisfied with the reduced amount of time that it takes to actually look decent in the morning. It's great. Was Keon Cloud my first kiss? I like to consider yes, Keon. I like to consider that yes, Keon was my first kiss because that was the one that I actually. It was meant to happen, and I actually reciprocated. The only kiss that I had barely before that, I don't really count because it wasn't really. It was just like a touch, and it was by accident. So yes, I would say that Keon was technically my first kiss. Woo, that's surreal. Surreal to think about. I do not have a Nintendo Switch, and I'm probably not going to get one. Really, Sly Crazy? That's so crazy. Look at us abstaining from things. Yeah, see, um, Iman Ahmed? I'm not sure. I'm probably butchering that. I'm sorry. Yes, it was the accidental lip service with Rose Cost. I don't really count as a kiss because we basically just turned our heads at the same time and happened to just like touch for a split second, and I was like, that wasn't supposed to happen. But so yeah, I don't really count that as like technically a kiss because nothing really happened from it. Can't wait till I'm older so I can cut and dye my hair. My mom can't do anything about it. We all wish for those days, you know, when we're free from the constraints of parental units. Yes, Keon was my first romantic kiss, and again, I honestly don't think the one with Rose Cos can be called a kiss. It was literally just like a touch. It was just like a boop, and that was it. Whereas with Keon, it was like an actual kiss that was meant to happen and that I actually kissed back. So I would say that that one actually counts. Never been kissed in all my 18 years. I mean, same. I'd never been kissed in all of my 23 years, so like it's okay. You don't gotta rush it. Um oh honey, you have some grievances about this concept, don't you, Natasha C? No, like an actual kiss does not have saliva involved at all if you don't want it to. It's really not like it's not a necessity, it's not an aspect of kisses that has to happen. That's just a certain kind of kissing that you can have happen if you want it. So it's okay. You don't have to like knock off the concept of kissing as a whole just because you think it's always going to be like that. It's not, I promise. Especially like a first kiss. I feel like first kisses just shouldn't be that intense. Hmm. Aitana, you can consider whatever you want to be your first kiss. It's all about the perception in your own head. I can't tell you what was your first kiss or not. That's not my place to say. Ooh, I'm sorry, Pixie, that your first kiss wasn't fun. Ooh, that's awkward. Sub or dub? Sub 99% of the time. I usually don't like dubs at all. My first kiss was a stage kiss with a gay guy for my school musical. It was a stage kiss, then the whole concept of a stage kiss is that it's fake, so I don't think that counts. Unless you want it to count, in which case, more power to you. How to approach a kiss. Why does this turn into, like, kiss counseling? Relationship counseling with Uptown. How you doing, guys? What is my life? I would say that you approach kisses slowly so that you don't scare off the other person and come off as too aggressive. Also, it gives them a chance to think about whether or not they really want to, so that there's no, like, regrets. Yeah. I don't understand what is with all the kissing talk in this chat. This is weird. Moving on. If I were to find my parents watching my live streams, what would I do? I don't care. I rarely talk about anything in live streams that I would really have anything to worry about if my parents heard it, because I don't really have anything to hide. Because I'm actually a pretty good kid, and I haven't really done anything that my parents wouldn't want to hear. I'm lucky in that sense. My opinion on One Piece? I don't like it. Can't stand it. Aw, thank you, Xbella. I am glad that you like my Chat Noir picture. How would you pronounce? I want to see if at least one person can get it right. I can think of like two ways I would pronounce that. There's Aliyah or Aliyah. It depends like where you would stress the syllables. I don't know where you want the... What's the word I'm looking for? Language help. I don't know what operative syllable you are looking for. Right the first time! Yes, I love it when I can do that. Whew. Avoids offending one other person. Thank God. Okay. Oh, thank you for picking me as the YouTuber that inspires you to write your assignment about. Thank you. That's very sweet. Do you have any OCs? I actually do, and I like never talk about them because I don't do anything with them, but I actually used to make OCs all the time when I was younger. There's like one particular OC of mine that I would actually cosplay, and I'm hoping that I will actually cosplay him at some point because I'm actually in love with him, which is terrible, but I am. So I don't like talk about him, but he's like my favorite thing of all time, and I need to actually do that. Oh, Pixie, no. It's okay, I understand. It's like hella late for you. Good night, friend pie. What is hashtag nope leg? So, that originated many, many months ago when two other cosplayer YouTubers that I now know and talk to, Jozu Kurosaki and Neko Cheeto were live streaming together as like Miraculous Ladybug cosplays, and I happened to come across the live stream and I decided to watch it. And I left a comment in the chat that they happened to see, and it turned out that they both actually really looked up to me as a YouTuber, and I was like, mind blown. And so Neko Cheeto, being the very gesticulate and extra person that they are, freaked out when they saw that I was in the chat. And, like, in their freak out, they just, like, stuck a leg up. And they said it was, like, a nope leg, because it was just, like, a leg that, like, stuck up when they were just like, nope. And that became, like, a hashtag from the stream. And so now, whenever you just, like, stick up a leg dramatically, it's like, hashtag nope leg. It's like a, it's an inside joke, basically. That's where that comes from. You don't understand how much I love Uptown, Cloud. I apparently don't. I have no idea how much you love Uptown, Cloud, but I thank you for the love and support. My kitten is using my leg as a pillow. I have been chosen. Same! Whenever my cats just, like, decide to, like, sleep on me or use me as a pillow, I'm just like, I've been blessed. I've been chosen by the cat gods. It's great. I would not do an Adrian at 18 plus panel. They're too pure for that. That just wouldn't work. I am a cat parent. Why have babies of humans when you can have cat babies? Accurate! Victory Screech. Accurate! Soul Eater ships. Soul and Maka are basically a thing without being a thing, so there's that. Sustar is adorable. Maka and Krona's actually pretty adorable too. Because if Krona was to be with anybody, it would probs be Maka, let's be honest. Kid, I don't really particularly ship with anybody. I used to ship Kid with Liz a lot, but lately I've just kind of, like, not been feeling it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Adrian at hashtag too pure for this world. Very true. Very true. I actually didn't ever watch Teen Titans. Like, I would catch, like, an episode here or there when it was just, like, randomly playing on a television in, like, a doctor's or a dentist office or something, but I never actually went and sought out the show to watch it myself. Yeah. Krona doesn't know how to deal with girls. That is accurate. But Krona could learn how to deal with girls. Also, Krona learns how to deal with Mako, which is the most important thing. Dudes, bros, like, if you're asking me for flirting tips, I don't actually know how to flirt, okay? Like, I basically make really, really clever sexual innuendos that are, like, tasteful and not super blunt and in your face, so that it's more clever than anything else. I have pickup lines, I make puns, and I'm also just, like, really extra and stupid, and I try to be myself, and that's kind of just what works for me. I am really good at faking it until I make it. That's how I just live my life. So, yeah. Bruh, same. Yeah. Yep. Do I recommend Legend of Korra? So, yes I do, but I don't think it quite measures up to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, that cartoon was better thought out, it was more grounded and believable. Their pacing was better. Legend of Korra is so over the top sometimes, and they didn't know how to calm down, that it kind of got a little obnoxious. Plus, Korra just didn't learn from her mistakes, and it was really obnoxious. But if you're not bothered by those things, like, Legend of Korra is still very enjoyable as a cartoon, and I would definitely recommend watching it. Me too. Atla is definitely better than Korra, in my opinion. Yeah, thank you, Victory Squeech. For those of you guys asking me to do the nya, please stop asking, because it's actually really annoying to hear that asked of me every single time for like 50,000 times. Go watch literally any Miraculous panel I've ever done, and you'll get your nya, okay? It's out there. Go find it. Don't come here looking for it, because I'm not going to give it to you. Have you seen Nanbaka? I have not. I've not even heard of that. Literally every panel or live stream. That is true. Did Adrian have a Naruto phase? Who knows, man? I never had a Naruto phase, so it is possible to not have one. I don't give my Snapchat out to people that I don't know, because I rarely use it, like, ever. And I only do it with, like, close friends. I do know what Homestuck is, but I never really got into it. I don't know. I just never really got pulled in by it, and I just kind of went around it. I don't know. I know what it is, but I don't know a whole lot about it. So I don't plan to really get into it. Heck yeah, I know Maid-sama. Holy cow, I love that series to death. Kaicho on Maid-sama is freaking amazing. I flippin' love it. It's so good. Do I have a favorite yaoi ship? I mean, does Victor and Yuri count? They should count. My favorite villain from Miraculous. I usually say the Illustrator because, honestly, like, we don't know what exact limitations there are to his power, but honestly, he's really powerful and could be terrifying if he used his power in a certain way. Plus, I just think aesthetically his design is really cool. Ooh, good luck going to adult, Anna. Thanks for stopping by. What age did you start taking dance classes? Oh, gee, man, I don't even know. I was super young when I started, and, like, I've had over 14 years of dance training in my life, so, like, I don't know. I would, like, dance for a few years and then take some time off, then dance for more years, then take some time off, so, like, it's hard to calculate. Thank you guys for all the really sweet comments. Best tips for a successful panel. I'm gonna host a lecture about panels on Saturday, and I need more tips to give. It honestly depends on what type of panel you're doing, because panels, depending on what their objective is, are run very differently. You basically, I mean, in general, you need to have like a plan and then a backup plan for your plan in case your plan doesn't work out how your plan is supposed to go. So you have a backup plan for your plan. You need plans. If you're working with other people, you need to be communicating with them a whole heck of a lot, and you need to establish who the leader is, so that there isn't a power struggle. I like to say that audience participation goes a long way. Like, depending on what type of panel it is, again, like, some audiences will be content to sit back and just let you do your thing, but they like to have a piece of it for themselves, too. So if there's ways you can open it up to, like, Q&A, you can ask for suggestions from them for certain games or something, depending on what kind of panel you're doing. Letting the audience contribute in some way is very helpful. I haven't heard of Yojo Senki, so no, I don't have an opinion on it. I have done a lot of different styles of dance. I've done ballet, tap, jazz, modern/contemporary, lyrical, ballroom, a few months of Irish, a class of African, musical theater. I've done a lot. My favorites would probably be either lyrical or modern. Irish dance was actually a lot of fun. And I have seen Kami-sama Kiss, or Kami-sama Hajimemashita, as its Japanese title. How do my girlfriend and I make a Yuri on Ice CMV, but she's never seen Yuri on Ice? Have her watch Yuri on Ice. I'm a strong believer in doing characters and series justice, and you can't do that unless you actually know it really well, so you should probably watch it. Then introduce her to Uptown Cosplay. Or there's me, so yeah, it's fine. Go about playing a character for finals? Do you just watch the shows to see their personalities, or do you do something else? Getting into character for me is an extremely long and serious process because I take everything too seriously when it comes to panels. For me, in order to cosplay and get into character properly for somebody, I need to know them like the back of my own hand, and I need to know everything that I can. And the thing about getting into character is that if it's for a panel, the audience is most likely going to ask you a question that you aren't going to know the canon answer for from the series, because the series isn't going to answer every possible conceivable question. What's important is to know the character well enough to where you can make stuff up on the spot and have it be believable. So I will do everything I can to know them as well as self. I will watch the show several times. I will read the manga several times. And I try to keep in mind and observe really specific things. If they have a certain speech pattern or a way of speaking, I would do it. If they have certain mannerisms or a certain way that they stand or sit or walk, I will adopt it. I try to take in as much of that character as possible and bring it to life, because otherwise, for me at least, it feels slightly lacking, and I'm the happiest if I can do as much as I can to become this character for the entertainment of these other people. So it's a weird, complicated process if you allow it to be. It doesn't have to be, but it can be if you want it to. I would be the tallest Edward Elric I've ever seen. Having actually never seen your cosplay, I subscribe because I quite like your voice and you are very strong and flexible voice. Thank you. That's quite a compliment. I do my best to change and pitch my voice up or down, match favorite voice actor rendition of whatever character I'm cosplaying, because that's just another layer that I like to add to my cosplays if I can. I have not watched Italia, and I don't plan to. I don't know. I never really got super into it. I know, there's gonna be a miraculous movie, but I'm not excited for it, honestly, because it's gonna be live action. They're not doing open casting, which means that they're biased. It's being set in America and not in Paris, which makes no sense. I don't know. I'm scared of what they're gonna do to it, and I'm nervous. Would you ever consider doing voice acting? Absolutely. I've always been really into the idea of voice acting. I've always wanted to try it, but I've never known an outlet of really how to get started, so I just never really did anything with it, if that makes sense. Would you ever cosplay from Attack on Titan? Yeah, I've done cost tests of Eren Yeager before, and I plan to actually like do a legit cosplay for him at some point. Do you believe in people having to look like the character they're cosplaying, body type, face, etc., or do you think that anyone can cosplay anything? Anyone can cosplay anything because cosplay as a hobby is about having fun. Never hold yourself back from cosplaying something just because you're not a real life carbon copy of this character's face or body shape or skin color. Or even if you're not the same gender as the character, people do that all the time, and technically that would make them inaccurate, but they do it anyway. You gotta you do it for fun. You do it for you and not for anybody else, and that's what's gonna make that hobby enjoyable for you. You have to do it for yourself. Heck yeah. What's your Patronus? My really. I raise an eyebrow at that. Technically, my Patronus, according to Pottermore, is a gray squirrel, which I'm perfectly fine with. Have I ever cosplayed from Fairy Tale? Nope, and I'm not ever going to. I don't particularly like Fairy Tale, and I get asked that question so often that it's kind of killed the series for me. Whoops. It happens. How do you test your cosplay? You put it on and you wear it. Practice the makeup beforehand. You gotta practice it before the actual con, or else you might run into some very unpleasant surprises. I know, Fairy Tale is very mainstream, and unfortunately, a lot of people ask me about it. It's just to be expected. Have I jumped on the Alia x Chloe train? Is that a train to be hopped on? I wasn't even aware that was a ship. No, I can't say that I see the foundation for that at all. Have I ever had to deal with a toxic person? Oh, yes. I don't know what it is, but a lot of generally toxic people are very attracted to me, and I end up getting stuck with them a lot. I think it's because I like to give people a chance, a really long chance to learn about them, adjust to them, see if we can have that sort of friendship. But oftentimes, it just doesn't work out because toxic people, it doesn't work out with them most of the time because they are toxic people. And so I unfortunately have to deal with them fairly often, and I've had to cut ties with a lot of toxic people for that reason, and it's a struggle. Yes, this is going on YouTube, don't you worry. It's on YouTube at the same time as this, actually, because I have the YouTube stream on my phone so that I can watch comments on both places. Hello to you in Texas. That's where I spent the first half of my life. I grew up in Texas. How do you go about choosing fabric for your cosplays? I honestly, watching animes is really helpful for that because sometimes it can help you figure out how something is supposed to move. If you can, depending on the animation style, of course, they could just be defying laws of physics, in which case this is not actually helpful at all. But once in a while, you can watch an anime and see how the fabric on this character drapes, how it falls, how it moves when they move, how it reacts to wind, the sound that it makes when it's touched. And what I do is I usually keep that stuff in mind, have pictures, reference pictures of the character when I go to the fabric store, and then I will just touch everything. I will stare, I will like run it over my hands, I will like shake it around to see how it moves and how heavy it is. And I honestly just work off of those kind of tactile and visual cues rather than focusing on, oh, well, for this character, through my calculation, this obviously needs to be a cotton and nylon blend. No, I've never done that. I'm not that professional. I usually just go off of what feels right to me. It really doesn't look that strange, Starvey, because everybody at fabric stores does that. If you're in the fabric section, there's people, like, taking bolts off the walls and, like, unrolling it a little bit, shaking it around, like, feeling it all over the place all the time. It's a pretty common thing. Still looks strange, I guess, maybe to some people. See, your grandma and I are on the same page. Chat Noir, I worked on sort of on and off, day after day, and collectively, like, he took me probably roughly around 2 weeks to make. I did hear about what happened to Manchester. I talked about that earlier today. Thank you, Riku. That was a very interesting project, and I'm probably gonna have to remake him soon because his costume's kind of falling apart because I've worn him so much. Have you ever thought of cosplaying a character from Maid-sama? Briefly, like, I thought about cosplaying Misaki for a little while, but then I was like, nah. And then I was like, I could cosplay Usui, and then I was like, nah. It's like, it's one of those series that I absolutely love, but the character designs just aren't something that I would cosplay from. You can love a series and not really want to be a part of it at the same time. It does happen. Oh, yeah. Do you ever find that you enjoy cosplay more than an actual series sometimes? Oh yeah, sometimes the fandoms are really what makes a series enjoyable. Did you play any sport in middle or high school? Sorry, my throat is like dying for some reason. Unless you count dance, martial arts, or horseback riding, no. Those are the three only real sports that I ever did. I didn't do anything like soccer or basketball or softball or anything like that. Do you talk to Lee and Jess? You're referring to the people in Tenchi Akuma Cosplay? Yes, I do talk to them occasionally. I really just want to meet them in person and actually collaborate with them, but because we don't live close together, it's kind of difficult. Someday, hopefully. I do not speak Spanish. I do not cosplay Homestuck, and I have never heard of Animaritime? Never heard of that, so no, I don't think I'm going. Do you get gifts from fans? I actually do a lot, and it's not something I've gotten used to yet. Um, Here actually. So I have this binder that my sister actually got me years ago for like Christmas or something. And in this binder, I like to put all of the fan art editors that I get from fans at conventions that meet me. So like, there's like a bunch of art, little drawings and letters and just cute little things that I've gotten from people in here. And I like to keep them so that I can look back at them, appreciate them when I can. It's good stuff. Would you ever open a P.O. box? Yes, I hope to open a P.O. box at some point. I just don't know when. But if and when I do, you can rest assured that I will definitely announce it and let you guys know what it is. I would like to go to a con in Canada, but again, the con has to get me out there. I can't actually travel anywhere I want whenever I want because I'm a poor college student. Rip. I don't think I'm going to Anime Expo this year, but I do plan to definitely go next year. I know as much Japanese as I pick up from anime, which is the cringeworthy Japanese that actual Japanese people don't actually like listening to. So, not really. mm. I am actually psyched about a ballroom scene in Miraculous Ladybug because ballroom dancing, fancy dances, dressing up, all that kind of stuff, I'm such a sucker for, so I'm gonna be all over that. All over that. Anyone know how to request guests to Fan Expo in Toronto? Go to their website and see if they have a contact us page. Sometimes they'll have email addresses and stuff for their different staff members, and they might have like a guest relations person you can talk to. Would I cosplay any other character in Miraculous Ladybug? I don't know, like, there's other versions of Adrian and Chat Noir that I want to do, but I don't know about other characters in general. No, nobody can beat the cat son. He is best bae. Dude, please study for finals instead of watching me. I'm not worth that. What wigs do I use or prefer? Depends entirely on the character. If a style is very simple and doesn't require a lot of like gravity-defying spikes or anything like that, I can easily find a good quality wig on Amazon that doesn't cost too much. But if it's a style that's really complex, that needs a lot of thickness, that needs to be wefted a certain way, I will always go to Arta wigs. They are my go-to, and I love them to death. Love them. Whoa, that comment just disappeared. I was like, no, I wanted to answer that. I don't see where it is now. Where? Yes, go back to work. Thank you. I will have a good rest of the stream. Advice for girls cosplaying, guys. Creating your illusion is what you want to do. And you can achieve that by either wearing a really good sports bra to compress your chest or wearing a binder. And for your face-wise, you want to look up cross-gender makeup. Contouring is going to be your best friend. Because you can make your face look like a totally different bone structure if you know what you're doing. And some very simple research can teach you a lot. I know, the chat is just like whooshing by. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for, honestly. I have no idea. How do you feel about the fact that Adrian's shirt has 5 colors and not just 3? I knew that for a really long time, and I was actually laughing my head off when everybody else finally caught on. They started coming out with all these photos, and they're just like, oh, wait a minute, guys! If you look closely, there's more colors! And I was like, yeah, I know. I noticed that from, like, episode 4 or something. But yeah, no, I always knew that. How many characters do you think you'll cosplay in the future? There's no way to know that. Honestly, there is no way to know that. Keon is doing just fine, thank you. I'm excited to get to visit them this weekend. I know they didn't actually visit me not very long ago, but it already feels like forever, so it's about due time we saw each other again. My daughter saw it right away and she's 5. Good for her. Do I love yaoi? I love yaoi when it's healthy. When the relationships are well developed and are actually productive relationships and not manipulative in any way, yes, yaoi is great. Preach. Right? Not enough yaois are actually healthy relationships, and it's really upsetting. Have I ever met Sea Dog VA? No. I've heard of them, but I have never met them. We've never talked at all. Will you take cute photos with Keon again? We always do. Of course I do. I like to capture the moment and have it to look back upon. I have heard of Princess Sakura Serenity. I've actually talked to her before. Not met in person, but I've met her over a live stream and talked to her. LGBTQ needs more healthy relationships in general. I know, it really does. Do you like Yuri? Girl-ex-girl relationships. For the same reasons, sure, as long as they're actually healthy. And well-developed, and have a good foundation, then that's great. Hello to you in Belgium. Holy heck, you are a long way away. I mean... Ooh, Madison, you're trying to back me into a corner. I am a fan of Tsukiyama x Kaneki, but for different reasons. Like, their relationship is very complex, and I like them more in the sense that, like, I know that they're probably... I mean, they're not really going to be canon, which is upsetting to me, but, like, I have accepted this as a fact. But Tsukiyama has basically admitted that he knows he was wrong in the beginning, that he viewed Kaneki basically as food or a trophy, and that wasn't right, and he admitted that, and says now that he appreciates and respects Kaneki for much more than that now, and has a much healthier outlook on him, and basically pledged his loyalty and his life to this kid. And so, Kaneki just makes everything difficult because Kaneki can't seem to get his stuff together, and he's a train wreck, so who knows at this point? Who flippin' knows? How protective am I of my cat son? Extremely so. I have seen Junjo Romantica. I never got really super... I have cosplayed from it. I've cosplayed Usagi-san. But their relationship I was always kind of iffy on because there were some moments that were really just not okay. In the second season, they did have some actually productive discussions as adults that actually furthered their character development, which I was very proud of them for. But it's still kind of like, it's kind of iffy for me. Did I speak French a little? Yeah, I took French for 2 years in high school, so like, yeah. Ooh, good question. Will we be able to see more lip syncs now that you're not associated with NewCon anymore? If at all possible, absolutely. Lip syncs are so important to me, and I love them so much, and they've become such a staple for me and my channel that I couldn't stop if I wanted to. So while they won't be for NewCon or Anime PDX anymore, I would certainly still do my best to make them happen in other ways, whether at other conventions if I can convince them to host one, or simply on my own time. I can certainly do my best to make it happen. No. Hush, guys. No Tokyo Ghoul spoilers for people that haven't caught up with Tokyo Ghoul Re. Technically, I haven't caught up with it either, but I just see spoilers all the time, and spoilers don't bother me, but they bother other people. So, be gentle. Be gentle. Nope. I don't watch Fairy Tail, and I'm not gonna. When will your next YouTube video come out? When I'm done editing it. I have like 3 videos that I've filmed, and I just have to finish editing before I actually upload them. Rip. YouTube is a very time-consuming job. Just to let you know. Lindsay, ooh, you're cracking me up. Don't look at my profile picture. 'Cause it's a spoiler? Yeah. It's fine. True, Starvey! There you go. This is technically a YouTube video, so, like, this counts, right? This will get uploaded. It's technically a video. It's fine. How do you feel about the Aaron Levi ship? It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's... Yes, I understand why some people believe it is controversial. So I don't usually make it a topic of conversation, but it is a guilty pleasure of mine. Do you drink or smoke? No and no. I'm 23 years old, and I am technically old enough to drink, but I've never tasted alcohol in my life, and I don't plan to. Because it makes people do really stupid things, and it smells terrible. I don't imagine it tastes much better, and I can have just as much fun at parties drinking iced tea. So why would I do that? Also, smoking is just really dumb, and it's basically just slowly killing yourself. So again, why would I do that? So yeah, no judgment to any of you guys that, like, do any of that, but it's definitely not ever gonna be for me. I drink iced tea and milk. That's my life. Good. Good. Hashtag iced tea for Uptown. Yeah. That's basically what I do. Lemonade is good though. That is accurate. I started reading Link Stalking, learned enough about it to know it's really twisted and people are not taking it the right way, and they are romanticizing and glorifying abuse and thinking that it's cute, and it's not good, and I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfy. I do read the Kurosatsuji manga, but I'm not caught up with it quite up to its most recent release, but I'm up there. I love Studio Ghibli, are you kidding me? I love it. Ooh, accurate. Pidge's love, you are my friend right now. Yunbum X Therapy. That is... Yeah, I ship Yunbum with help. I ship both of them with serious help. That's what they need. I have no thoughts on 13 Reasons Why. I've heard enough about it to help me decide that I'm never gonna watch it. I'm not really interested. What country would I like to visit? England! I really want to visit Europe really, really badly, because I've never been, but a lot of people that I look up to live there, and I would like to see them. I do still have Catbug. Both of my Catbugs are sitting back here in, like, a corner with my other plushies. You live in Ohio. Well, that's pretty cool, Zoe. I was actually born in Ohio, but I don't remember anything about it. I was too small. Can you show us Catbug? Why are you guys so interested in plushies? Alright, hold on. Ugh. Oh boy. I don't know if you guys want, like, big bug or little Catbug. So I have little Catbug, which is Buddy. You can hold him in one hand. He's tiny. He's like a little wider than my head. So there's this guy. And then there's Big Catbug, who is enormous. He is big. He is very, very big. He's my big baby. I bought both of my cat bugs from the same vendor at different conventions, so I just happened to come across them. I don't have a baby carrier for little cat bug yet, so I'm probably gonna make one so I can carry him around at cons. You just have my stack of cat bugs here. Have I heard of Parlay Productions? Are you kidding me? I flippin' love them. They're great. Jack is like my hero, and I've been watching him and the rest of Nyx Rising, which is sort of the cosplay group that he's doing stuff with now. Let's see. Any thoughts of a new character to cosplay? I mean, there's the big fuzz on me now. There's here. It is 3:18 p.m. Should you watch Soul Eater? It's good. It's a good series. It's got a little something for everybody. I have different OTPs from different series, so like it would depend on the series what my OTP was. I do still love Krona. Krona is so lovely, and I love them a lot. Would I ever cosplay a character from any of the Studio Ghibli movies? Probably. I don't know who, but I mean, I'd do it. Oh, that's right. I was gonna cosplay Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. I still plan to cosplay him at some point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Howl is definitely gonna happen at some point. Again, I love to come to a con over in New York, but you have to get that con to invite me, or else I don't know when I would ever get a chance to go. That's how that works. You could do different hair colors for different days of the con. That is true. Actually, the version of Howl I wanted to do is him when he's partially transformed. So, like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do both hair colors, but, like, have one sort of blend into the other and have, like, claws and, like, feathers coming out of my arm and make it, like, sort of, like, cool and creepy. That's kind of what I was, like, hoping to do at some point. Would you cosplay characters from the older animes like Fullmetal Alchemist or Inuyasha? If I was to ever cosplay from Fullmetal Alchemist, and I don't know if I will, but if I did, it would be in. I know that for a fact. And if I was to ever cosplay from Inuyasha, probably be Sesshomaru, but I would absolutely hate to make that costume. I would hate that. Hashtag get Uptown to the East Coast. Basically. Do you think you'll go on Amino again? Amino has made me very angry because of how lenient they are with allowing people to impersonate me constantly. Literally the only reason I ever went on Amino for like the past year was to police other accounts for pretending to impersonate me. And it was really disrespectful and it really made me angry. And so I'm not particularly happy with Amino. So honestly, I'm probably just going to delete my account and never use it so that way, if anybody asks me, hey, is this you on Amino? I can just be like, if you ever see anyone calling themselves Uptown on Amino, automatically understand that that person's faking it because I'm not actually on the app. So, yeah. that was a rough time of life. That question doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so Amino is basically a mobile app for people to connect with other people that are part of the same fandoms. They have a lot of like sub apps for different specific fandoms. Like there's a Miraculous Ladybug Amino, Yuri on Ice Amino, and stuff like that. But I had this problem where like every single day I'd have like 5 people pretending to be me and lying to people that actually care about me, and it was really a problem. And so I would have to like confront these people and rip them apart basically and make them feel horrible about doing this because it's stupid and not cool. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, it's not great. Gosh darn it. Someone caught me. Somebody said in the chat to like, and asked if I liked History Maker from Yuri on Ice, and I didn't answer it, but then I just like subconsciously started humming it. So yeah, I like it, obviously. Oh, how can I forget? How could I forget that live stream on Instagram when people started making fan accounts for different parts of my body? That was really awkward and not actually a good thing. That was kind of creepy. Good starter cosplay costumes to make is basically anything simple, anything that you can primarily find in like thrift stores or from things that you already own that you can just make slight alterations to. Those make really good first cosplays. Will you ever go to Seattle? Like Seattle, Washington? I've been there plenty of times. I go to SoccerCon there every year. So yeah, I was in Seattle not too long ago. You should sing a verse from Uptown Funk. You have no idea how many people sent that song to me after it first came out, just because of the similarities, because of our names. Ooh, it was wild. Bruh, your Instagram recent is lit. Yeah. Ooh, man. I wouldn't be surprised. Would I do a video with Mishkali? Any day. I would love. If Mishkali hasn't figured out already that I'm really, like a fan of her, then she's blind AF. Because I make it pretty obvious. Just tell Mishka Lee that I want to collab with her. But it doesn't do any good because we don't live close to each other, like, at all. So we'd have to actually, like, meet up at a con. Google Voice has a Mad Lib generating game? Really? I did not. Uptown World War, make it happen. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Guys, you gotta stop asking me the question, will you ever go to blank for a con? Because my answer is always gonna be, yes, I would if I could, but I don't have unlimited resources to do that. So you need emailing those conventions and telling them to invite me as a cosplay guest because they can get me there. And that's the way that's gonna happen. How much longer will you be live streaming? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe not too much longer, because I've been streaming for 2 hours now, so... I don't know. Oh, it's okay, Megs the trash can. I'm doing pretty well today. I'm doing all right. Accurate, thank you, Catherine McCormick. College students do have limited resources. Can't really play music that's... Can't really play, like, actual songs here on this live stream because then I get copyright notices. So singing is probably not gonna happen. I honestly don't know what I ship in Voltron. None of them really stuck out to me, especially when I watched both seasons. I saw, like, a little bit of everything, but nothing really stuck. So I'm honestly just gonna have to, like, wait and see what hits me. Thank you for the compliment on my eyebrows. Have I been in a shipping war? Depends what kind you mean. I've been caught in a shipping war of real life, of people disagreeing about who I should be in a relationship with. That was pretty trippy. Ugh. Yeah, that, I don't know how that happened. I thought you are a boy. That's fine, because I can be anything. I don't use gender labels, so I can be... I am... boy, girl... Yes, it's fine. I swear, people are asking me questions that I've literally answered maybe 5 minutes ago. I don't understand. I'm guessing blue is your favorite color. You noticed! Yes, it is. Do you like horror films? Yes! I am such a sucker for horror movies. I love them. Whenever Kiana and I end up hanging out, we usually end up watching, like, at least one sort of scary thriller or movie. And it's really funny because, like, Kiana enjoys them, but jumps really suddenly and gets really startled by them easily. And so whenever we watch a horror movie together, we have this very specific position that we'll, like, lie down in on the couch so that if they lurch at, like, a jump scare, I'm in this position to, like, grab hold of them and hold them down so they don't end up accidentally punching me in the face. Because that happened once. That was pretty interesting. I was laughing my head off at it and they felt so bad. Yeah, it was really funny. Um, yes, I watched Alien Covenant in theaters actually last weekend. I have not played the Persona series, but I have heard of it. I do not have a Patreon, though some people have told me that I should get one, but I honestly don't really know how it works, so I'd have to actually look into it more. Do I know if Keon will be at MoriCon? I believe so. It's not set in stone yet, but I believe that they do plan to go. And if they go, they're perfectly willing to, like, stay at my place again for it. So, that would be lit. I don't know what my first horror film was. It might have been the more recent remake of The Blob, which my mother had no idea that it was actually rated R until halfway through the movie, and then she was like, "Oh my god, I have so many regrets." And I'm like, "Mom, it's fine. I'm not the one screaming right now." mm, I don't know if I have a favorite horror movie. Um, I do not accept marriage proposals. That would be kind of weird considering that I'm in a relationship right now. I don't give my real name out to people because that's personal information. Uptown is all you need to call me because I will respond perfectly fine to that. Llamas are chill. I like llamas. I am looking at YouTube comments. What do you think I'm doing when I look down here? I have my phone. I don't know if I'm excited for the new It movie. I haven't looked into it much, so I don't know much about it. I've never been super into DC or Marvel comics. DC movies are pretty underwhelming to me, but I like Marvel movies a lot. From Marvel, I'm definitely a fan of Loki, not gonna lie. Um, from DC, I don't know. I don't really like anybody from DC, honestly. uh, um, what would you like to see in season 2 of Yuri on Ice? Character development, more backstory. We need that desperately. We still don't know Victor, and that upsets. Mm, I wouldn't know what high school is like because I actually never went to public school until community college. I was homeschooled my whole life. I've heard a lot of bad things about high school, but honestly, if you're a good student, you're well behaved and you are confident in yourself and don't give bullies a reason to keep bullying you and just ignore them, you'll be fine. You just have to stay strong and stay confident in yourself, and then nobody can touch you. You have boyfriend? I have significant other. Yes? Question mark? Just lay low in high school. Yeah, or you can do that. No joke, when I saw you and Keon kiss, I grabbed my phone and threw it across my room because it was too cute. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. um I've never actually watched Hannibal, but I've had friends recommend it to me, so I've been meaning to actually, like, give it a try. Which country you belong? I belong in United States in North America. I've never watched Sherlock. Yes, I am reading both YouTube and YouNow comments. I'm like switching back and forth. Cats or dogs? I've grown up with cats my whole life, and so I freaking love them. I love cats a lot. Dogs are okay as long as they're quiet and chill and well behaved. If they're like super hyper and loud, dogs and I do not get along. But as long as your dog is chill, I'm gonna be chill with your dog. I did watch Crimson Peak. I think so? I'm pretty sure I watched it, yeah. I've never seen Hamilton, so I wouldn't know. Sweet or spicy? I'm okay with a little bit of both. If it's too sweet, I can't eat much of it, and if it's too spicy, I don't want to eat much of it, so, like, I like my flavors in moderation. Opinion on hating on Oda Yuri for their age difference. What age difference? That's what I don't get. People have gotten into their heads that, like, Otabek and Yurio are, like, too far apart in age, or like, oh, Otabek is too old for Yurio. No, he's not! They're, like, a couple years apart. How is that bad? Like, that's less of an age difference than Victor and Yuri. And age doesn't even matter when it comes to love. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It's all about your maturity. It's not about the number. It's about what's up here. I don't understand. People get Oda Yuri wrong all the time because they always make Otabek like hella tall and they draw Yurio like really short. That's not accurate either. Otabek is actually really tiny, just like Yurio is. So I don't understand where people get all of these like wrong misconceptions about these things. I'm just like, where did you get this? This is not accurate in any way, shape, or form. I don't know. I get passionate about accuracy things, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, what Riona is saying. Otabek is literally 3 centimeters taller than Yuri. 3 centimeters, guys. Not 3 feet. 3 centimeters. Jeez. It's dumb. People make me angry sometimes. Keon gets really ticked about this too, and we both like rage about it whenever we see fan art of like Otabek and Yurio being like this different in height, and we're just like, bruh. Bruh. That's not true. I don't understand it. Do I know Keon's favorite animal and color? If it's okay with you, I want to draw you guys as miraculous. Oh! Both Keon and I's favorite color is blue. That much I know. Keon likes, I believe, royal blue, sort of like closer to like my t-shirt, I guess. And then my favorite shade of blue is closer to my bed, like more of a bright aqua. But we both like blue. I like cats and squirrels as my favorite animal, and then Keon likes, um, Keon likes animals in general, but Keon is really into pandas, specifically pink bunnies, and I believe they said they like elephants as well. Yeah, they like a lot of animals, honestly. Yeah. I'd love to come to London Comic Con, but London Comic Con's gonna have to find a way to get me over there. Rosecos and I are good friends. I wouldn't say we're best friends, but we're good friends. Close. My Hogwarts house is Ravenclaw. I'm sort of a Slitherclaw. I've got some Slytherin in there, but I'm more of me is Ravenclaw than otherwise. Win the lottery, then go on a world tour. If only it were that easy. So you do sky blue. No, 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 no. That's different. I don't actually like sky blue very much. That's too pastel. I don't like pastels. I like bright, vivid aqua. There's difference. It's not sky blue. It's different. Yep. I am a Ravenclaw. Keon's a Gryffindor. We were both like really torn about our Hogwarts houses for a while, and they couldn't decide if they were like a Slytherin or a Gryffindor, but we have finally discovered that the truth is Gryffindor. So we got it. We've got it figured out. Finally. I've seen bits of Supernatural and bits of Doctor Who, but I've never actually really watched either one. Mm. I don't know where to watch season 2 of Miraculous. None of us do. It's not out anywhere. Thank you, Destiny Heart. I do. I read every single comment. It's just some comments I really don't say aloud, but I see all of them. I assume you mean Sailor Moon, Aurora Shy on YouTube? Yeah, I watched Sailor Moon as a kid. I watched a little bit of Sailor Moon Crystal, but never really got into it. Mm, I'm a fast reader. I see all. I've seen some of My Little Pony. Didn't really get into it. I don't dislike it, but it's not really my cup of tea. I used to collect the actual, like, My Little Pony toys as a kid, though. I still have, like, a bunch of them back at my parents' place that I haven't done anything with. Mm, yeah. It's kind of nice to like do the simulcasting thing because chats are a little bit slowed down because of that, because the viewership is kind of split across the two platforms. So they're both going a little bit more slowly, and so it's easier to keep up with them, honestly. Like you have to do like the multitasking, but it's actually easier, I feel. Oh man. My friend says your dancing is porn. Thank you. I will take that compliment, and I will cherish it. Thank you. I'm flattered. I know my Ilvermorny house, but I forget what it's called. It's the one that's the cat. Yeah, I get the name. Have I ever broken a bone? Heck yeah, I broke my right foot, like, hella badly, a couple summers ago. Couldn't put weight on it for, like, 6 months. It was great. Yeah, Wampus. Yeah, it's the cat one. Favorite Black Butler character? I honestly don't know. I really like CL a lot, but I also really like Grell. And I like Alois for certain reasons, but I wouldn't say he's my most favorite character. Yes, by tripping over a power cord. That is how I broke my foot. Look at you, you've done research. I do have a onesie. I have a, yes, I do. I've just blanked on the name for a second. I do have a kigurumi. It's a flying squirrel. I've never known anything about Monster High, so I don't have an opinion on it. Chat Noir's cosplay is more a bodysuit and a onesie. Onesies are like floppier and more for relaxation, whereas Chat Noir's costume is more for aerodynamics. Do I sleep in the onesie? Only if it's like really cold, because that thing is toasty. Yeah, Rihanna knows what's up. I was on Keon's story, and I was flapping around with my squirrel Kigu. It was lit. I have not watched July and April. I've heard it's really good, but also really sad, and I'm not in the mood to be depressed. I actually do plan to cosplay Grell from Black Butler. It's not a would I ever, it's a I'm gonna do it at some point. Um, I hate long wigs though, and Grell's hair would actually kill me, so I'm probably actually gonna cosplay young Grell instead. There's not a lot of people really cosplaying him anyway, and so I'm like, I could get behind that. I would do that. Would I ever get my ears pierced? Nah. No piercings, no tattoos, none of that. It's not my thing. Yes, that is true. Grell from the extra episode. I loved that OVA. Good backstory. Don't be late for school because of this stream. Go, be free, my child. The stream will be up on YouTube anyway. I mean, I can still wear earrings. They're just clip-on earrings. Like, for example, I could easily put on the hoops from yesterday. All I have to do is... you just, like, clip them on. And boom, look! I'm wearing earrings! It's crazy! It happens. It's a thing. It's totally a thing. You can do fake hoops. You can, like, put on like fake post earrings, all kinds. There's a lot of different kinds of fake earrings. I'm used to them. Reptiles are chill. I don't mind them. They're not my favorite thing, but they're pretty cool. What cosplay, if any, would you refuse to do? Anything from Fairy Tail. Anything from Naruto. I don't know, just like the series that I've like told people that I clearly just don't like or that I haven't watched. I'm not gonna cosplay from something I haven't watched or that I don't like, because that's just not what cosplay is for me. So I wouldn't do things like that. Oh yeah, I've done fake things of other kinds for like a play. In community college, I was in this play, had to play this 15-year-old video game obsessed gothic girl, and I was like in like a fishnet shirt with like red plaid skinny jeans, like combat boots, black nail polish, like streaks in my hair, like heavy like gothic makeup, and I had like a fake lip and like nose piercing. I had like pierced ears, like all the kinds of stuff. It was like it was intense. But I did that and it was interesting to experience that. I feel like I would get really irritated at piercings quickly because they're just kind of in the way. I enjoy ice skating. I don't do it super often, but I do really enjoy it. Right? Exactly, Victory Screech. It's like those punk edits. That was basically what I did for that role. I basically did a punk edit of myself. It was weird. Mm-hmm. You gotta want it bad enough. Uh, Kalissa Samuel. At first I thought you were a guy. I mean, you're not wrong, because I'm everything and nothing, because I don't use gender labels. So, you're not wrong. I don't really have favorite celebrities. I'm not super huge on celebrity stuff. When are you planning to do the other CM with Keon Cloud? During the summer. So I have to talk to because summer's coming up really soon. I need to talk to my videographer and see when he's free and what he's done in terms of storyboarding and stuff. Because we're taking this CMV like ridiculously seriously, and it's going to be intense. So yeah, I don't know when during the summer, but we do need to actually like plan that and get that done because we are excited for it. Ba-da-da-da-da-ba-ba. Yeah. I've watched most of Death Note. I haven't finished it yet, but I know what the ending is. I just need to actually actually watch it. Well, okay, here's the thing. Kirsten on YouTube, coming out to your parents as demisexual. That's not the hardest thing to come out to your parents as than like relative to other people because demisexual is basically it just means that you need to get to know someone better and make a more emotional connection with them before feeling attracted to them. And I think that's actually really that would be pretty chill to tell most of anybody because that's not really necessarily talking about any sort of gender preferences to who you're attracted to. That's just more talking about a self, like a need in yourself of how you feel attracted to people. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but I feel like to out to your family as demisexual wouldn't be so bad. So, I don't know. I wouldn't be super scared of that. So, try not to be too nervous. Ooh, that's lucky. I'm glad I'm straight because my parents are not open-minded at all. That is lucky. That's very lucky. Yes, Isabella, I do plan to be doing panels and stuff at KomoriCon, cons around Oregon, Washington, Pacific Northwest. I'll be doing that, don't worry. My summer break starts in like a few weeks. I'm getting towards the end of this term, but it's getting there. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's demisexuality gets kind of ignored sometimes. Ugh. Ooh, when I came out as asexual to my mom, she didn't believe me because she didn't think asexuality was real. Ah, I can't understand these closed-minded people. Yeah, I'm sorry that she was not open or receptive to that confession. It's totally real because I have several asexual friends that, it's so like I can vouch that it's real. I don't understand people that don't get it. I don't know. What's your eye color actually? It looks hazel. No, it's my eyes are pretty much just dark brown. They're not that special. Ooh, accurate. Ooh, I told this little girl today that I had kissed a girl, and she goes, "Ew, who does that?" And I went, "People who like girls." And she was like, "Okay," and it was cute. See, kids are honestly the best because they're so moldable and malleable and open-minded that they don't think anything of that stuff. Like, you can tell them about different sexualities and stuff like that, and they're just like, well, yeah, duh. But then as soon as you tell, like, parents and adults, they're just kind of like, what? That doesn't exist. What are you talking about? It's not like you know yourself, and it's just like, excuse me? Yeah. They're, things are difficult. Hey there, Deadpool TV. How's it going? How's it hanging, buddy old pal? Ooh. Yeah, kids are so simple, but they're awesome. I know, right? Kids are just, they're so open-minded, and it's honestly just really nice. Anytime, Cosplay Noir, you have a good rest of your day. Same, like, bruh. Was it embarrassing to dance like that in front of people on that Hello Kitty video? Honestly, no. Like, it was funny, too, because, like, the song comes on, and I'm off to the side of the room with my group of friends, and the song comes on, and of course, I'm in my formal Chat Noir cosplay, and I'm just like, this is my jam! And I run out to the middle of the room, and I'm basically, the only place that had room to dance at the time was right at the front, next to the stage where the speakers were, so that's where I went because I just had room to spread out and move. I'm facing the stage, and my back is to the rest of the room, so I'm doing my thing and minding my own business, and then at some point, I turn around, And the entire room has suddenly formed this ring to just stare at me, and the whole middle of the room is just open. It's an open stage. And I had this moment, this split second, where I was like, when did this happen, and why is it happening to me? And then I just figured, I mean, if they don't want to dance, and they're enjoying themselves, and I'm enjoying myself, and this room is mine to use as a space, why would I not take advantage of this? So I just did what felt right at the moment, and it ended up being a really nice and enjoyable adrenaline rush, and it was really fun, and I had a good time, and it was great. So yeah, it was good. Yeah. Did you hear about D Pity YouTube channel? Wait. I mean, I've heard of D Pity, and I used to watch his stuff. Did something happen to his channel? I haven't checked up on him in a while. Did something happen? I don't know. It's midnight here. I'm good until 4 a.m. Holy heck. You are a strong human being. Of course I've watched Oran High School Host Club. That's a thing that most of us have seen, I feel like. Uptown, do you feel like some older people think they know you better than yourself? It's very contextual and very much a case-by-case basis. Um, it can happen, yeah, I've had it happen before. It's not like an overwhelming thing, though. Like, it's not something that I would call a stereotype that I've experienced in my life, but it has happened in the past. Am I gonna go to Dragon Con in Atlanta? Like most people who ask me this question, my response is I would love to, but as a poor college student, there's only so much traveling and like commuting to faraway cons that I can do. So if Dragon Con in Atlanta was emailed by people that were saying, "Hey, it'd be really awesome and like super A plus and lit if Uptown Cosplay was here as a guest," just saying, and they actually like invited me to go there, that would be a lot easier, and I would absolutely go. Shrug of all shrugs. I don't know. It would be pretty great. So, I don't know. We'll see. mm, yeah. Super A plus and lit. Basically. Getting guests equals talking to your con. Accurate. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Are you doing any panels at KCON this year? Yeah, hopefully. That is the plan. Uh, yeah, people have actually told me before that I'm like a human Haruhi. I don't know. So I don't know. I would maybe like after I did my Tamaki cosplay and had like the costume already, I might like do a cosplay test of Haruhi, but I don't think I would ever fully cosplay her. What are you planning on doing after you graduate college? Get a job, be an adult, independent, not move back in with my parents, adult things. Ugh. Yup. Very tall Haruhi. That's me. Ooh, you're cosplaying as Deadshot this weekend, too. Ooh, that should be fun. Adulthood, unfun stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Doing adult things, it's not always a fun time, but unfortunately it's important. Hey, it's fine. I know you were like just talking about how people mispronounce your name, so I don't know how to say your username anymore. Jeezy Cat? Yeezy Cat? Huh, I don't know. Um, yeah, if you ask good questions, then I'll answer them. That's how this works. I would probably not make a dance tutorial video because that's such a broad concept. How on earth would I even do that? I'm sorry I'm killing your friend, Destiny Heart. Rip. Uh, Ooh, is there a specific con that you want people to ask them for you to go? That depends. I have a lot of friends down in Florida that I really want to meet, so MetroCon would be much appreciated. Anime North in Canada would be lit because Twin Fools. Um, MCM in London would be pretty lit because I have a lot of like London peeps that I want to meet that go to that. Um, Also, a Midwest con would be much appreciated because I'd love to actually like meet Tenchi Akuma cosplay. Yeah, stuff like that. I did see that Twin Fools is coming to KomoriCon, and I'm so excited. I'm dead. Yeah, I actually met Twin Fools finally for the first time in person at SuckerCon completely by accident. He and Nova and Dynalove were like the sweetest people, and they were so chill and so amazing to talk to. He actually like recognized me and knew who I was, and so like I was like, oh, I'm dead. Please tell me more. But yeah, I hope to have a chance to hang out and talk to him some at KomoriCon, so I'm really excited for that. It's gonna be great. Oh, I'm so excited. That would be so nice. I don't know if I'd ever get a chance to collab with Twin Fools, but heck yeah, I would if the opportunity ever arose. I would flip and love that. Ah! You're such a dork and I love it. See, that's the thing, guys. I'm actually not a very suave person. I can fake it really well. Um, but yeah, I'm actually just a giant dork. I promise. I'm not scary to talk to. Please don't be afraid to come up and say hi to me. Mm. Oh my god. My cousin is over at my house and she's like 7 years old and she's asking me to play with her. My response is demon voice, don't interrupt me watching Uptown, and then she just backed away. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. What got me into cosplaying? Seeing photos on DeviantArt and friends enabling me. That's what got me into it. And finding out that there was a con actually like nearby that I could travel to, I was like, sign me the heck up! And it was great. Who do you think you'll be cosplaying at KuronekoCon? I have no idea, honestly. I haven't planned anything for that. And, like, the panels that I might be doing at KuronekoCon aren't necessarily character-specific ones, so I could honestly cosplay literally whatever I want, which is great! So, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I don't know. That's a mighty fine question. Miraculous is great, and it is not just for kids. Miraculous is just great for everybody. It's fantastic. I think you should start a Black Butler cosplay. Like the one I've already done. I'm working on another cosplay right now. I don't have time to work on Black Butler at the moment. How are you introduced to Miraculous Ladybug? On Facebook, I saw on my feed, like, popping up everywhere, pictures of Chat Noir. I had no idea what he was from, but I just saw this kid and I was like, I want that one. And then I finally saw a picture of him with the logo of Miraculous Ladybug, the show, and then I was like, ooh, I found you. So then I looked up the show and I ended up watching it and I got, like, instantly hooked. I was like, this is actually adorable. It was great. Saw that Chat Noir and I was like, yes, Cat-san. Me too. That's basically me. What? A lot of these comments are not making any sense right now. Someone asked who you will be cosplaying at the Oregon Con. Is that Rose City Comic Con? I believe that was the person who was talking to me yesterday on my tests live stream, and they were referring to KomoriCon, which is at the Oregon Convention Center, which I believe is what they were referring to. I have a lot of cosplay inspirations and role models. I have so many. Mishkuli, the Alchemic Fox, Leo Magnus, Jack from Parlay, Ockercos, Twin Falls. I have a lot. I look up to a lot of people. I want to marry French Adrian. Same, like, specifically the French one. Me too. Thank you, Yetska. You seem like the most adorable person ever, and I wish you all the best in the world. That's very sweet. Is there not a French Adrian? There's the English voice actor for Adrian, so there's technically like an American Adrian for the dub, which I'm not a fan of, but French is best. Will you ever lip sync to Chat Noir's song from the Christmas special? I don't know. So you identify as non-binary? You mentioned that before. Non-binary is a little, and I don't like those. So basically, I don't identify as strictly male or female because that's just putting myself in a box that makes me uncomfortable. I just identify as myself, and I do what feels right on any given day. If that's what non-binary means, then that's great, and if it's not, then I don't care because I don't use it? I don't know. I used to say I'm probably gender fluid, but then that didn't quite feel right either. So I Uptown is Uptown. Yeah. That's how that works. Let's just say when Chat Noir was singing, everyone's heart melted. Mm-hmm. Accurate. Preach. Thank you. Thank you. Do you get stressed at cons sometimes? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Cons can be extremely stressful, no matter how well you plan things out. And because of how busy and interactive I usually get at conventions, it's bound to get stressful. Thankfully, because I've been going to cons for so long, I'm pretty used to just kind of rolling with it and letting things happen. So it doesn't really bother me very much. It's fine. Uptown is a genderless child. Sure, we'll go with that. That's fair. I'm proud of you, Ladybug Sparks. Uptown the other day, a group will ask me my gender, and I said yes. That's me, buddy. That's me. Are you a boy or a girl? Yes, that's accurate. How old were you when you decided your sexuality? Probably 22, 23. I'd been wondering if I was pansexual for a couple years before that, but I hadn't really made up my mind. And then finally, maybe like a year ago, I was like, this makes the most sense, and this just seems like me, and so this is probably true, and I think I'm just gonna accept that. And it was as easy as that. It took a while, though. I I mean, I grew up most of my life convinced that I was pretty straight, which, boy, is that a lie. Um, that ended up obviously not working out, and then for a while I started to wonder if I was ace, and then I finally discovered that I think it's just I'm a very, very picky panzual. Oh my god, that's me. I'm just picky. I'm just a picky pan. That's me. Nope. I am not 19. I am 23. Picky pan, literally me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might eventually write fan fictions on Miraculous Ladybug, but I honestly have no idea when. Who knows? I thought I was straight for so long, but I'm definitely on the bi/pan scale. Yeah, and that's normal, and different people figure that stuff out differently. It can take you your whole life to figure out where you are in that sense, or you can know from like the day you start learning to talk. Like you know, it's different for everybody. Do I read a lot of fan fictions? Not anymore. I used to read more of them, but I have become too picky of a person because I'm a grammar Nazi and I take writing and literature super seriously, and so most fan fictions actually just make me really angry. So I mostly just write fictions now because most of what other people write isn't good enough for me, and I feel bad for saying that, but it's unfortunately true. My cousin thinks you're gay. Are you? Dude, I just said I'm pansexual like 5 times. So it's more complicated than just being gay, but that's included on the spectrum. So yes, it's some questions just make me confused. Is there a possibility to read your fan fictions? Yes, I am on what, mate? Okay. Yes, I am on Archive of Our Own. You can read my fanfictions there. My profile name is Uptown. I've got, like, a couple fanfictions up there. The Attack on Titan one is the one that I'm mostly working on at the moment. Demonic reality. I have returned to the stream to hear my cousin thinks you're gay. I think I tuned back in at the right time. Yep, you know, people ask the real questions here. Yeah, so Le Chat Noir is a fanfiction that I do have favorited on Archive of Our Own. That fanfiction is really close. Like, it's good enough for me. There are things about it that I didn't like, but overwhelmingly so, I was satisfied with, and there were things about it that I did enjoy, so it did manage to be good enough to make it onto my favorites list. The real question, does Uptown is gay? Yeah, we ask the real questions. I'm just always dancing to the songs in my head, don't mind me. It got the Uptown stamp of approval. Yeah, basically, just fanfiction. Approved by Uptown. Ooh, Yetska gets me. Don't annoy Uptown with bad grammar questions. Yeah, those confuse me. Yeah, so I almost streamed for 3 hours, guys. There's like a couple minutes left, so at about the 3-hour mark, I'm probably gonna call it quits, because I should probably actually, like, feed myself and do other things. So, I will take a last few questions. How about that? So, give me good questions. We are at the tail end. Hopefully ones I haven't already answered like 10 times. Let's see. Food is good for the soul. That is accurate. I don't know when I'm cosplaying to Komori-Con, which is the Oregon convention that you guys are talking about. I don't know yet. Probably Victor and some other things. Oh, and Kishu from Tokyo Mew Mew. So, like, I have a few that I'm probs gonna do, but I don't know yet, for sure. Yes, Agent Venom 2. This will be on YouTube, don't you worry. So you can rewatch whatever it is that you've missed. Don't you worry. Do's and don'ts of meeting me. If you meet me for the first time, hugs are fine, just ask first. Pictures are chill. If I'm not, like, running to go somewhere, I'm usually pretty fine with, like, staying and, like, chatting with you for a little while, but I will usually have to, like, move on eventually. Don't assume that just because we've now met in person once that automatically makes us BFFs, because it really doesn't, and that's not how friendship works. That takes more time. So, like, if we've met in person once, don't then spend the rest of the weekend, like, following me around, because then I get, like, weird vibes, and I'm like, why are you being clingy. This is weird. So just, if you see me, like, don't be afraid to, like, holler and say hi, talk to me for a bit, ask for, like, a picture, or, like, hugs or something, and then, like, we move on, and then we, like, converge again, and then move on. So, like, don't stifle me too much, but I am generally a very, like, friendly social person, so, like, I'm not scary to talk to. It's just I am a very busy person, and so I do have to, like, move on, like, do other things. But with those things in consideration, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Carrying me away and taking me to your house, probs not. I would not recommend. That's probably a 0 out of 10 would recommend again on rice. What is the most important thing that's happened to you? Well, shoot, we just got deep up in here. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could qualify for that, but honestly, if I'm perfectly honest, like right now at least, up till this point in life, and this sounds really cliche and kind of like sappy, but I'm a sappy tree, so like get over it. Meeting Keon Cloud and having a relationship with them is honestly so important to me, because just that experience has been helping me grow a lot as a person. And I don't know, it just means a lot to me, and I know that it's just, it's been good for me, and I have seen the growth happening in myself, and it does make me feel good and confident. And I think that's important, for that relationship to make you feel like a better person as opposed to make you doubt yourself. That's important, and that is very reassuring to me. As soon as she said sappy tree, we all knew. Okay, fine, it was obvious. You saw it coming. Yeah, so yeah, I think, at least right now, that is one of the most important things that's happened in my life as, like, a milestone. Yeah, I'd say that counts. Come to your wedding. It's too soon to be thinking about that, but, you know, we'll see. If I see you at a con, I warn you, I might be crying. That's okay. As weird and surreal as it is to me to think about, like, I have met people at cons and they have full-on, like, burst into tears and had near panic attacks. But I promise you can take your time. I try to be really calm and, like, relaxing about it. I'll, like, really slowly approach you and, like, maybe put my hands on your shoulders and be like, shh, it's okay, Eve. I'm normal. This is chill. It's fine. Do you want a hug? It's okay. Ooh, have you heard of Bowsy and Hana? Yes, I follow them actually on Instagram, and they're prime content. No one's fainted, thankfully. I don't know how to deal with people that pass out. I would try to catch them, and then I wouldn't know what to do. Yeah. Okay, so we've hit and now surpassed our 3-hour mark. So I have, like, things that I should probably actually do today. Gross. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end this live stream right about now. So thank you guys so much for actually watching and sticking around, whether you've been here at the beginning, whether you popped in and out, whether you just got here. Reminder that this live stream will be uploaded onto my YouTube channel, so if you've missed any part of it, you can always go back and rewatch that if you like. So yeah. that is about it. Thank you guys so much, both of you on YouNow, and then those of you here on YouTube. Thanks for all of your love and all of your support, because it means a lot to me. Yeah, okay. Bye, guys. It's been great. See ya.